Luis Suarez has finally spoken out about Lionel Messi's retirement, and what he revealed will leave fans speechless. In a recent interview, Suarez opened up about Messi's future, hinting that the GOAT is seriously eyeing the 2026 World Cup. But here's the twist: Messi hasn't committed yet, and Suarez says even he avoids pushing the topic too hard. So what's really going on in Messi's mind? Is this the final dance, or is there more magic left? Don't miss the full story. Stay till the end to discover Messi's possible farewell timeline and what it means for the football world. The football world is once again buzzing, not because of a dramatic goal or a stunning trophy lift, but because of something much deeper, something that taps into the heart of every football fan on earth: the possibility of seeing Lionel Messi, yes, the GOAT, one last time on football's biggest stage, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And guess who just added fuel to that fire? Luis Suarez. In a recent interview, the Uruguayan legend and one of Messi's closest friends gave us something we didn't know we needed: a little glimpse into the mind of Messi, and the dream that might still be alive. But this isn't just about Messi playing in one more tournament. This is about legacy, love for the game, brotherhood, and the fire that still burns inside even the greatest to ever play the game. Let's dive deep into what Suarez revealed, how Messi is preparing, and what all this really means for the football world. So buckle up, because this story might just give you goosebumps. Luis Suarez, now in the twilight of his legendary career and having retired from international football in 2023, sat down for what seemed like a light-hearted interview. But then came the moment. The moment where the conversation turned towards retirement, legacy, and of course his longtime teammate and best friend, Lionel Messi. With a smile on his face and a reflective tone in his voice, Suarez said, "Messi and I talked about retirement in a joking tone, but he's really looking forward to playing in next year's World Cup." Yes. You heard that right. Messi. Looking forward to playing in the 2026 World Cup. Let that sink in. That small sentence, casually dropped into a conversation, suddenly became global news. Football fans across continents instantly began dreaming. The thought of seeing Messi, even at the age of 39, once more on that iconic stage sent a wave of hope through millions. But Suarez didn't stop there. He continued, carefully choosing his words, as if knowing just how powerful this message would become. He added, "It's hard to talk about a deadline, about an end. A football player has to prepare because he's not ready yet." Not ready yet. Isn't that such a beautiful phrase? Here's a man who has won everything. 7 Ballon d'Ors. 4 Champions League titles. The Copa America. The World Cup. Yet, the game still runs through his veins like oxygen. Messi is not ready to walk away. Not yet. Not while the dream still lingers. But it's not just Suarez's words that hit home. It's what they represent. These two legends, Suarez and Messi, have shared the pitch, shared victories, defeats, titles, goals, laughs, and moments that define football history. Their bond isn't just professional. It's personal. It's family. So when Suarez says he doesn't like pressuring Messi or pushing him to make a decision about retirement, it's not because he doesn't care. It's because he knows. He knows what Messi is carrying on his shoulders. The expectations, the weight of a nation, the burning desire to perform, and the constant question, is this the end? Instead of pressing, Suarez does something more powerful. He listens. He observes. He senses. Because sometimes, you don't need to ask questions. When you know someone that well, their silence speaks louder than their words. And what he sees in Messi is that the flame is still alive. That competitive fire? Still burning. That joy of stepping onto the pitch? Still there. That hunger? Unmatched. And maybe, just maybe, 2026 is not a dream. Maybe it's destiny. But what does Messi himself have to say? He's been quiet, thoughtful, measured. And if you've followed his career, you know that's just who he is. A man of few words, but when he speaks the world listens. In a recent statement, Messi gave a small but powerful insight. He said he's taking things day by day. That is focusing on enjoying football, living in the moment, and listening to his body. He didn't commit. But he didn't rule it out either. And that is massive. Let's pause for a second and put things in perspective. Lionel Messi is 37 years old. He's played over 1,000 professional matches. He's scored more than 800 career goals. He's been the centerpiece of elite football for nearly 2 decades. His face is etched in the history books, his jersey worn by generations, and his name immortalized. He owes nothing to the game. And yet, here he is, still giving it everything. Currently, he's dazzling fans in the MLS with Inter Miami. Yes, the pace is different. The intensity isn't the same as La Liga or League One. But you know what hasn't changed? Messi's genius. Every touch, every pass, every free kick, it's still there. And next to him? His brother-in-arms Suarez. The duo has been reunited, and it's like watching magic all over again. The chemistry, the movement, the smiles. It's more than just football. It's love. Pure and simple. And perhaps, it's this second wind in Miami that's reignited the fire in Messi. Surrounded by teammates who adore him, supported by a fan base that worships him, and free from the pressure of Europe's constant spotlight, Messi is rediscovering joy. And that joy could be the key. Let's talk about the 2026 FIFA World Cup for a moment. It's not just another tournament. It's a historic one. Hosted jointly by the United States, Mexico, and Canada, it's the first World Cup to feature 48 teams. The biggest ever. The stadiums? Massive. The audience? Record-breaking. And the storylines? Endless. But imagine this, a nearly 39-year-old Lionel Messi walking out of the tunnel in front of 80,000 fans. Wearing the captain's armband. Representing Argentina. One last dance. Can you picture it? It gives you chills, doesn't it? In 2022, Messi lifted the World Cup in Qatar. It was poetic. Perfect. The final chapter, or so we thought. But maybe that wasn't the end. Maybe that was the climax. And what we're seeing now is the epilogue. One more time. One more roar from the crowd. One more magic moment. One more World Cup.